Narration. Look, we all know the power of AI. B-roll fast montage of Copilot code completions. It's like having a junior dev who never sleeps. But for those of us working on enterprise systems, there's a massive problem. Your code is your company's most valuable asset.
B-roll. Close-up of proprietary or confidential stamps on digital documents. Sending that code to a third-party cloud server? That's a gamble. You've seen the headlines. Data leaks. Training sets that accidentally memorize private API keys or internal business logic. B-roll. Rapid scroll through news headlines about AI data privacy breaches. For a senior engineer or an architect. Just trust the terms of service isn't a security strategy. It's a liability. NSO you're stuck. B-roll. Frustrated developer staring at a complex codebase. You want that 10-hour-a-week productivity boost. But you can't risk a security audit from hell. You end up doing things the slow way. Manually writing the same boilerplate for the 1,000th time. Scouring outdated documentation for an hour just to find one method signature. B-roll. Slow, tedious typing on a mechanical keyboard. You're essentially paying a privacy tax in the form of lost time. None the worst part. You're likely paying monthly subscriptions for tools that your legal team might ban tomorrow anyway. B-roll. Screen recording of multiple SaaS subscription billing pages. NTHE gap between maximum productivity and maximum security feels impossible to bridge. Until now. NTHE solution isn't a new subscription. It's moving the intelligence to your own hardware. B-roll. Cinematic shot of a high-end PC build with glowing GPUs. We're talking about a fully private, local AI coding assistant. No cloud. No data leaks. No corporate oversight. To do this, we only need two tools. Ollama and Continue.dev. B-roll. Logo animation for Ollama and Continue.dev side by side. Think of Ollama as the engine, it manages and runs the large language models on your machine. Continue.dev is the steering wheel. It's the open source IDE plugin that lets you actually interact with that engine inside VS Code. JetBrains. Let's get this running. B-roll. Screen recording showing the Ollama website and a quick installation process. First, install Ollama. It's a simple download. Once it's live, you open your terminal and run one command. Ollama run DeepSeek Coder. B-roll. Terminal window typing the command and the model downloading. I recommend DeepSeek Coder or Star Coder 2 for enterprise-grade logic. Now, the model is running, but it's just a chat box in a terminal. We need it in our editor. B-roll. Opening VS Code and searching for Continue in the extensions marketplace. Install the Continue extension. Once installed, you'll see a config file. This is where the magic happens. BROLL, close-up of the config, JSON file in Continue.dev. You simply point the provider to Ollama and specify the model you just downloaded. Suddenly, you have a sidebar AI that knows your entire codebase. B-roll. Screen recording of the user highlighting a complex function and asking the AI to refactor it. But here is the real game changer for senior engineers. Local indexing. B-roll. Animation showing code files being scanned and turned into embeddings. Continue.dev indexes your local files using a local embedding model. It creates a vector database right on your disk. When you ask a question, it uses RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, to find the exact context in your project without a single byte ever leaving your network. No more copying and pasting 500 lines of code into a browser window. B-roll, fast-paced montage of AI generating boilerplate, fixing a bug, and writing a unit test. This setup saves me 10 hours a week because I stop fighting with privacy policies and start shipping. Now, let's talk hardware. BROLL, close-up of an NVIDIA RTX 4090. Local AI is hungry for RAM. If you have an NVIDIA GPU with 24 GB of RAM, you're golden. If you're on a MacBook M2 or M3 Max, the unified memory handles this beautifully. B-roll, split screen showing a local workstation vs. a cloud dashboard. But if your company laptop is a glorified calculator, don't give up. You can host your Ollama instance on a private cloud GPU provider like Lambda Labs or RunPod. B-roll, quick scroll through Lambda Labs pricing, GPU options. You get the power of an H100 A100. You maintain a private VPC. And you still keep your proprietary code away from the big AI corporations. You've just replaced a paid Copilot subscription, a pricey ChatGPT Plus account, and a security headache, all with a stack you actually control. And now, let's talk results. By moving my workflow to a local LLM via Ollama and Continue, I've shaved 10 hours off my weekly sprint. B-roll, split screen, old slow workflow vs. new fast local AI workflow. No more context switching. No more worrying about leaking proprietary IP into a public cloud. It's pure, private productivity. Now, to get this kind of speed, you need the right hardware. B-roll, cinematic shot of an NVIDIA RTX GPU. If you're building a local workstation, NVIDIA GPUs are non-negotiable for the RAM. But if you can't drop $2,000 on a card right now, use a cloud GPU provider like Lambda Labs or RunPod. B-roll, screen recording navigating RunPod dashboard. You get enterprise-grade power on a pay-as-you-go basis. I've linked my recommended configurations in the description below. If you're a senior engineer who values data sovereignty as much as speed, you need this setup. B-roll, call to action graphic. Hit subscribe to master the tools that actually matter for high-level tech careers. I'll see you in the next one. Closing curly bracket.